Welcome to the World Register. The World Register is an independent news source providing truthful, unbiased, and timely reporting about people, places, and events. A U.S. Air Force website news article reports that a team of Air Force Global Strike Command airmen from the 90th Missile Wing at F.E. Warren Air Force Base, Wyoming, launched an unarmed Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missile equipped with a single test reentry vehicle on August 2, 2017 at 2:10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time from Vandenberg Air Force Base, California. While not a response to recent North Korean actions, the test demonstrated the U.S.'s nuclear enterprise is safe, secure, effective, and ready to deter, detect, and defend against attacks on the U.S. and its allies. The ICBM's reentry vehicle, which contained a telemetry package used for operational testing, traveled approximately 4,200 miles to the Kwajalein Atoll in the Marshall Islands. These test launches verify the accuracy and reliability of the ICBM weapons system, providing valuable data to ensure a continued safe, secure, and effective nuclear deterrent. U.S. Air Force Colonel Dave Kelly, the 576th Flight Test Squadron commander, said, quote, "This operational test launch highlights the commitment and outstanding professionalism of the 90th Missile Wing, the 576th Flight Test Squadron, and our mission partners in the 30th Space Wing. These test launches require the highest degree of technical competence and commitment at every level and provide critical data necessary to validate the reliability, accuracy, and performance of the ICBM force." End quote. F.E. Warren Air Force Base is one of 3 missile bases with crew members standing alert 24 hours a day, year-round, overseeing the nation's ICBM alert forces. U.S. Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Troy Stauder, commander of a follow-on test and evaluation program for ICBMs known as Glory Trip 223 Task Force, stated, quote, "I am extremely proud of the operators and maintainers from the 90th Missile Wing. This task force worked flawlessly alongside the absolute professionals from the 576th Flight Test Squadron to make this mission a success, promoting the deterrence, assurance, and strike capability of the Minuteman III could not be done without the dedication, professionalism, and teamwork of the men and women of Air Force Global Strike Command." End quote. The ICBM community, including the Department of Defense, Department of Energy, and U.S. Strategic Command, uses data collected from test launches for continuing force development evaluation. The ICBM test launch program demonstrates the operational capability of the Minuteman III and ensures the U.S.'s capability and ability to maintain a strong, credible nuclear deterrent as a key element of U.S. national security and the security of U.S. allies and partners. Reuters news agency reports that President Donald Trump on Wednesday called the Russia sanctions legislation he signed into law significantly flawed and urged Congress to not use the measure to hinder U.S. efforts to resolve the Ukraine conflict with its European allies. President Trump said in a statement, quote, "While I favor tough measures to punish and deter aggressive and destabilizing behavior by Iran, North Korea, and Russia, this legislation is significantly flawed. In its haste to pass the legislation, the Congress included a number of clearly unconstitutional provisions." End quote. And as reported by Southfront, another group of Jaish Meghawir al-Thawra members in southeastern Syria defected to Syrian government forces, according to pro-opposition sources. Previously in July, the first group of the U.S.-backed force ran away from the U.S.-controlled At-Tanf garrison and surrendered with arms and equipment to the Syrian army. According to pro-Syrian government sources, the total number of defected militants is up to 30. The optimistic estimates said that the group had up to 300 members before the recent desertions. According to the report, at least 10% of the U.S.-backed group defected. Abu Omar al-Hamzi, head of the media office at Shohada al-Kratin Brigade, said that the U.S.-led coalition had threatened to bomb the group's headquarters and positions if it rejected to return arms and equipment received from the coalition. In late July, the brigade was excluded from the coalition-backed forces as a result of the group's willingness to fight only the Syrian army and to ignore any Islamic State threat. Clashes erupted this week between pro-Syrian government forces and U.S.-backed factions at Rahil. The U.S.-backed force allegedly used heavy artillery and rocket launchers in the clashes, but made no gains.